Hello everyone, this is Romario with a new Legacy video, and for this one, I've got a really cool one. It's a deck that I've been playing for the last 2 weeks, roughly now. And just to let you know, this I've had a bunch of recording software issues, like technical issues, every time I try to record a league with this deck. And but I really wanted to share this this deck. I mean, probably some of you guys that follow the online meta have seen this list before. There was a list that Runcore Inigo won a challenge about 2 weeks ago now, and I picked up the list and I really liked it. I think he's made a couple of small changes, well, actually I'll talk about them in a second. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. It's rare that I keep playing the same legacy deck for more than 2 or 3 leagues, but I've been definitely enjoying playing guessing Badgermole Cub and Wight the Reliquary. So yeah, so before we get started, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave your comments below. Again, I always love reading the comments you guys leave. And like I said, so this is like the fourth time I think I've been trying to record a league with this deck. I had a bunch of issues with OBS and so I couldn't record for some reason, and I had to finally uninstall it and install it again and tweak all my settings again. But finally I got this done, and so basically this is a Cradle Control list, and I like to call it Cradle Control and not the Dark Maverick deck that we saw like getting second place at Eternal Weekend, because we still had Natural Orders, Atraxa, and Craterhoof Behemoth, right? And if you look at the mana base, it's pretty much the Cradle Control mana base, right? With the exception of the 3 Wastelands. I think that's the one that we usually don't see this number in Cradle Control lists. So we got the 2 Bayous, the 2 Forests. Usually we see 2 basics and 2 Bayous. Of course, if you're playing a deck that plays things that can tutor for land, so we got Bojuka Bog. And then we got the 1 Dryad Arbor. I'm a fan of running 2 Dryad Arbors in my Cradle lists. But this one, since we got the Wastelands, it's really tight for you to fit another one. So 1 is fine, and I found that most times I don't want to fetch a second one, but yeah, so this one is running one Dryad Arbor, 1 because mostly you don't need it, and 2 we are running Wasteland, so it's kind of taking up some extra slots of lands that we can usually run. There's 3 copies of Gaea's Cradle, 1 Lair the Hydra, which, by the way, I think I was super excited about this card when it first came out, and I saw Newton running in his Cradle Control list. I'm a little more not down on this card. Lately, I haven't really seen being very useful, but maybe it could be just the matchups that I've been getting paired up with this deck. I think the last time this card did anything that was relevant in a game was I used to steal the initiative, but then they were able to steal the next turn, so I'm not really sure if it was that good. I did get a basic forest out of the exchange, but I think I ended up losing the game anyways. This card used to be really, really good in against slower blue decks, right? You could just exchange, trade resources, and then at one point you can Wight the Reliquary, grab this and make a huge XX green Hydra creature and attack. But the fact that it doesn't have trample or any evasion, I'm not really excited about this card, but it is a card that we have in this list too. And then the fetch lands, we have 8 fetch lands that just fetch for green mana. Our lands are green, the ones that we can fetch. We have 1 copy of Talon Gates of Madara. That's another card that I really, really like. I remember when Newton and Inigo were playing 2 copies in the Cradle Control list, and they ended up going to just 1. I was always a fan of 2, but there is a cost. The card is not very good when it's in your opening hand, or if you top deck it early in the game. So maybe just 1 copy is fine. But in this list, we do have a second copy in the sideboard that usually comes on. You usually bring it in when if you're getting paired against decks that are heavy on removal, right? Or removal or bigger creatures too. It does work really well in the offense too, right? And then we have 3 copies of Thoughtseize. It's been a long time since I played Thoughtseize in the main deck of Cradle Control, but I've been really liking it, having at least drawing 1 copy when you play against combo in games 1, against control decks in game to help with resolve a natural order. I think 3 might be the correct number. We have extra discard in the sideboard, so at least drawing 1 in a game that matters, it's super relevant, right? Then we have 3 copies of Birds of Paradise and 4 copies of Ignoble Hierarch. I believe Inigo has made a change of like playing running 4 birds and 3 Ignoble Hierarchs. I haven't changed it yet. I tried 1 league with the other setup. I mean, the 4 birds and the 3 Ignobles. It didn't come up. It wasn't super relevant. There is a few reasons for that. One is that Birds of Paradise blocks Murktide better, of course. Also, one of the things that, for some reason, and that's especially with my luck, casting Atraxa is not something that's crazy with this deck, right? Now we have Badgermole Cub and we have Cradle and we have Quirion Ranger. So getting to 7 mana is not hard. The problem sometimes is having the blue and the white mana, right? The deck is good at making green black mana. All our lands can, well, not all of it, but most of our lands can produce green and black mana. But producing white and blue are a little more difficult since we don't have Noble Hierarch in this list. We just have Ignoble Hierarch. Talon Gates can help sometimes because it can filter the mana. But so that was another reason to have 4 Birds of Paradise and then 3 Ignobles. I'm kind of a fan of the Exalted ability. It kind of sometimes helps offset the Tamias or helps your Badgermole actually attack against smaller creatures. But either way, if you're picking up this deck and you like 4 birds and 3 Ignobles, that's probably fine too. We have a Quirion Ranger that, again, it's an old elf trick that you can block Barrow Voice with Dryad Arbor and play just by picking up it before damage happens. You can sort a ramp by untapping your mana dorks and picking up your forest. It's good against Wastelands, so you don't get your Bayous destroyed. And also it can help, it works well with Wight the Reliquary if you have enough creatures to sack that if you want to untap Wight the Reliquary. Then we have a copy of Sylvan Safekeeper. That card, I can tell you, it has been excellent in pretty much every game that I play. I sometimes wonder if it should be 2 copies in the main deck, because a lot of times you have to green some Zenith for it, which makes that it costs 2 mana instead of 1. I wonder if I just want to draw naturally, against a lot of decks, if you can turn 1 mana dork, turn 2 Sylvan Safekeeper plus a Badgermole or Wight the Reliquary, you're so far ahead that makes things a lot easier. But in this list, I'm running only 1. We got a second one on the sideboard, but it is definitely a card that sometimes I wonder if I want to just have 2 in the main deck. And then we have 4 copies of Badgermole Cub, which, by the way, I kicking myself for not trying this card when it was released. I heard a bunch of hype about this card. I think it's apparently supposed to be really good in other formats. I think in Modern, this card sees a lot of play. I saw it Newton, I saw it Inigo and Mott's also trying this card in Cradle Control. I was kind of skeptical, and I really hate that I didn't try it earlier. This card is really fun to play in this deck. It definitely makes you have some really explosive turn 1s, and I'm not turn 1s, I'm sorry, turns 2 and 3 with this deck. There's the crazy, turn 1 Ignoble, mana dork, Badgermole, make Guy's Cradle into a creature, natural order, turn 2. But there's definitely a lot of really cool lines of play with Badgermole, just resetting Talon Gates or Bojuka Bog or Wasteland. Wasteland is the easiest one, right? Because you can just Badgermole, make into a creature, Wasteland comes back. It does come back tap, but you do get another Wasteland. And against decks that you want to Bojuka Bog multiple times, you can make Bojuka Bog into a creature, sack to Wight or sack to Sylvan Safekeeper, and you can get a Bojuka Bog again. So pretty cool card. There's a lot of little tricks. Even just making 1/1 creature that has with haste, that's also super relevant too. Anyways, I really wish I had tried this card earlier. And then we got a copy of Collector Ouphe because we're playing Cradle Control and we want to be able to no rod opponents sometimes. We got Once Upon a Time, 3 copies of Once Upon a Time. The card just kind of helps you smooth out the draws. It's an excellent opening in your opening hands. If you need more lands, it might help you. If you needed to find a creature or a mana dork, you can find it. And also, it's not a terrible top deck with this deck. Like I mentioned, also Badgermole, it just makes things like this a little bit better. If you have a mana dork, you're literally just tapping, or if you have a land that's still Earthband, you can just tap 1 land, cast it Once Upon a Time, and you still have all your lands, all your other creatures that can cast whatever you find once Upon a Time. So it's not as bad as of a top deck when I feel compared to the previous versions of Cradle Control. What are the Reliquary? I don't know if I need to explain too much about this one, but it does everything you want with this deck. It's everything that Neither the Reliquary you want it to be in 2025 Legacy. And again, just another card that works really well with lands that you can turn into 1/1 creatures that somehow come back. We got Eladamri Korvecdal. This one is a card that I think it's been kind of like on the fence of being cut or not in this deck. It does a very good impression of I guess I can say it's almost like a glimpse of nature, because you do get to cast creature spells from the top of your deck. I've got some really cool screenshots of this card, just like drawing, well, quote unquote drawing, like a lot of creatures from off the top of my deck, especially against like slower blue decks. This card is really cool. If you got this plus a Sylvan Safekeeper, you should be able to kind of keep drawing cards, and if you have fetch lands, to shuffle the top of your deck. And the 1 green tap 2 untapped creatures to put a creature into the battlefield that's from the top of your deck or from your hand, also super relevant. There were a couple of times that I was able to cast an Endurance for 1 mana. I was able to cast Atraxa, Craterhoof Behemoth. Once was like the accidental draw Atraxa can't put into play. Well, Eladamri put into play. I have another situation that, of course, is a little, there's all kind of like sort of corner cases, but Craterhoof was at the top of my deck. I was able to use Eladamri to put into play too. So yeah, the card it's good. It is a little kind of cute sometimes, but I do think that against slower control decks, just being able to get some card advantage, it's pretty relevant. Then we have 3 copies of Endurance. This card is just excellent, right? Like, there's a lot of decks in Legacy that do interact with the graveyard. There's a 3/4 that blocks Delvers and DRCs, and if you time it correctly, prevents them from casting Murktide. So just excellent, right? We actually have an extra copy of Endurance in the sideboard too. Grist. I love Grist. I love the fact that you have a Planeswalker that you can green some Zenith for. Good removal, good against decks that you need to make more creatures to make your Gaia's Cradle produce more mana. And then we have the Natural Order package. So 3 Natural Orders, Atraxa for those turns that you can't kill them with Craterhoof Behemoth. And I was just gonna leave it at that. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then Green Sun Zenith, of course. We're playing a deck with a lot of green creatures. They're all very good. So having Green Sun Zenith is just like sort of like a demonic tutor, I guess. But so moving to the sideboard, so we have the kind of like the anti-combo package. We have like extra discard spells, and we have the Gaddock Teeg. So that's like usually what we can do against decks like Storm. It's not great. You still have to get like a turn before you can cast any of these spells, but it is something. And then we have these are more for like pretty much any any heavy decks, right? I'm not a big fan of Dismember against Temple, like when they're running red, because the life loss can be relevant. The Snuff Out, of course, we do usually lose life too, but killing a Murktide for 4 life, it's usually worth it. But yeah, that's the removal that we have. Free removal, obviously very good in Legacy. Oh, good in Magic, right? So we have the 3 copies of 1 Dismember, 2 Snuff Outs, and then another Sylvan Safekeeper for all those removal heavy decks. We have another Endurance for pretty much anything that interacts with the graveyard. And we have Tivar, the Pummeler. I really like this card against any of the decks that we side out the Natural Order combo. So like anything that's blue black tempo or Core Steel Cutter, blue red tempo. It is kind of like a mini Craterhoof that's also like really hard for them to remove if it's in play, because the first line attack says tap another untapped creature you control. Tivar gains indestructibility under the turn. So like this card plus a fetch land, you can get a sneaky Dryad Arbor, tap it. Fatal Push doesn't kill it. Lightning Bolt doesn't kill it. It's a really good card against decks that are not running Wight, right? So it doesn't get Swords to Plowshare or Prismatic Ending. Then we have 2 copies of Force of Vigor. That comes up against, it's pretty good against any of the Storm decks or any of the many artifact decks that we have in the format. Like, the Pinnacle Emissary type of decks are 8 casts. I don't even know if they're 8 casts right now. Pretty good against lands, anything that's running Urza Saga. I sometimes wonder if this is also playable against Eldrazi. I probably would say no unless you really want to destroy Chalice of the Void, but it's a consideration too. But mostly for Urza Sagas and combo decks that depend on artifacts. Then we have two more abrupt decays. We have two abrupt decays, just a little bit more removal. Also comes up, is also like pretty relevant against some of a lot of the small creature decks, Tempo, and I think I usually like that against Chalice of the Void decks too. That usually tends to be okay. It is kind of hard to cast it. Let's say if they have a Blood Moon play, but it is a relevant removal spell, right? And I think that's a card that a lot of people have forgot about. I think Abrupt Decay is very good. Also very good against Tameo type of decks too, because it's not uncommon for them to have a creature in play to block, to protect Tameo, and counter magic in hand in case you try to do something to Tameo from that angle. So Abrupt Decay kind of just sidesteps all that, right? You target, unless it's a Veil of Summer, the Tameo is going to die because they can't really counter. Or I guess technically like a misdirection or something like that too. But yeah, I think it's a card that some people probably have forgot about it. It hasn't been seeing a lot of play lately. But Abrupt Decay is still a very playable legacy card. Gaddock Teeg, I think I already mentioned, is basically combo. I think Inigo has been sided in against Beanstalk decks too. I'm not really sure if it's if it's very good against those decks. I think the only thing you're really stopping like Force of Wills and Leyline Bindings. But also the fact that you can't cast your Green Zenith and Natural Orders after that, it seems like, I don't know if the trade-off is good. But Gaddock Teeg, very good card. Also another card that I feel like some people have forgot about it. And also just as a quick note, this deck does not have a Savannah. So if you're trying to get this in play, best way is Green Zenith. If you draw it, then I guess maybe that's another scenario. The fourth Birds of Paradise is important. So I guess just keep that in mind. There's no white producing mana that you can fetch, for instance. Like Talon Gates is one way you can cast it by filtering the mana. But you can't just fetch for a Savannah. So just don't get caught off guard if you just copy the list. And then last, we have the second copy of Talon Gates, Madara. Again, just a card that's really good against decks that are heavy on removal. I also really like against decks that you want to attack and they put big creatures in play like a Murktide or a Barrogoyf. But just a very versatile card, and I think it just gets better when you have Badgermole Cub in the deck and you can turn into a 1/1 creature that recurs and comes back. All right, I think I talked a lot about this deck, but there's a lot of things going on here. Like I said, this was a deck that this is a deck that I've been playing for a good 2 weeks now. Been having good results in the leagues. I haven't had a chance to play in a challenge yet, but I'll probably be playing my next paper event whenever it comes up. And again, I had some issues with my recording software. I took a little long to post more videos. Finally got that figured out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. And again, if you like Legacy, if you like Pre-Modern, consider hitting the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave your comments below. And let's get started. Let's find our first round opponent. All right, so we're here for round one. I will be on the draw. And it doesn't seem fine. Collector Ouphe could be either very good or just a 2/2. So, all right. So opponent plays an island. So I think I'm gonna start with an Ignoble since I'm not sure. Well, I guess I'm gonna start with a Once Upon a Time. And I think I'm gonna try to save the Green Zenith for something I can cast later in the game. I think I just want more lands. And I'm going to do like this. I'm going to save the Verdant Catacomb in case I want to fetch for the Dryad Arbor. I'm just going to brainstorm now. I'm going to try to daze it. I was going to say Wasteland. All right, they're thinking about it. I mean, they saw that I picked up a land, so I dazing this. Okay. I don't know how relevant it's gonna be, but they did. Maybe follow up with a Thoughtseize, I guess. Nope, just gonna pass it back. All right, so I think maybe I should have played the Lair of the Hydra. Or Lair of the Hydra. Okay, so I'm gonna guess a Sylvan Safekeeper. No. All right, okay. I thought they were gonna try to Source of Plowshares with my Sylvan Safekeeper end of turn. Voice of Victory. Okay. Might be too many natural orders. Now I gotta get a Bayou and play this guy. If they have a Force of Will, no, did not eat. But King cast spells on their turn. See what opponent's up to. Seems like it's a Guide of Souls. Type of deck, right? A Johnny make cats. So this is one of those type of games that I would not mind drawing Badgermole, right? Because I have Sylvan Safekeeper and Wight of the Reliquary in play. Those are two cards that work really well with Badgermole. One's deciding what they're going to put back with this Brainstorm. I'm going to try Source of Plowshares. All right, well, we're going to try to protect it. I feel like this, they're trying to follow up with a Wasteland, so. Yep. That was their plan. So if I had Second Forest, then I would have one land in play now. And they can't really attack. Wow. They'll play a Collector Ouphe. And I'm going to attack for 3. Drawing the Atraxa here is so bad. And they're probably going to hold on to the Wasteland because of Gaia's Cradle, I'm assuming. And if they try to kill, not again. I was like, if they try to kill Wight, another Wasteland. Just stop playing Wastelands. The Mockingbird. So that copies this, yeah. So I don't have any lands that I really want to search right now. I guess I just attack for 3. Not looking very good. If they have a Voice of Victory, no, not Voice of Victory, I'm sorry. The Guide of Souls, the one against life. I wonder if I was supposed to phase this out with this thing on the stack. Maybe I should have done that. Well, they could have attacked with Oscillator Pride, then I have to trade Sylvan Safekeeper. Yeah, so probably not good. Well, no, because then it would have been gone. Huh. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. But then I do get Wastelanded, and I would have 2 creatures and 2 lands. I'm assuming they play Wastelands in their deck, right? Oh, this one has flying. Oh, okay, so this game might be over. I just realized that. I did not think that. I thought it was just a copy of this, the creature that you copy. I didn't know it had flying. Okay, that changed things a little bit. They're gonna attack like that. Okay. So what do I gotta do here? I don't think I can let this thing connect, right? Brazen Bar. Alright, so I'm gonna block here. And yeah, this is not gonna end up well for me unless I draw. Because if I draw. Gaia's Cradle. Well, Gaia's Cradle lets me natural order, but Atraxa is in my hand, so I guess if they don't wasteland this, I can just cast a second Wight, which is not terrible. Okay. This is very good, actually. How am I gonna do this? So Badgermole can make this thing another force into a creature. Um, if they don't have counter magic, then I think next turn Craterhoof is lethal. Because this can't block non-flyers. Take 4, but then they're gonna make a lot of little tokens. Don't think I want to sack any creatures. If I draw a Cradle, it's just easy. Thoughtseize, that doesn't do anything. If I sack, unfortunately I can't put Arbor in play on tap. I think I'd sack Badgermole. I don't know if it's enough to win. Yeah, I think I just have to try. If they have a daze, I lose, I guess. Well, don't lose, but it's not great neither. Just hard cast Force Will. All right. I guess it's... No, I can't afford to swing. No. Oh, I didn't mean to attack. No. Well, maybe they just block with one cat and pass, but... So if I sack the forest to grab another land, they can Wasteland that land. Trying to see if like there was another way to do things. I mean, I could have sacked this to grab an Arbor. Oh. I mean, I don't think I'm dead yet, right? Because they're attacking for 6, 9, 10, 11. Is that correct? 6, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And well, they can attack with this one. I guess they are. Hmm. Another Ocelot Pride. Alright, so we have 0 cards in hand. I believe a land off the top still does it. I think he has to be like a Guy's Cradle. No, that's all right. That's pretty close. I wonder if I should have fetch Arbor with the whatchamacall Wight, but the chance that they just use the Wasteland then I guess I'm kind of like depending on the top of my deck anyways. Let me see. So what do I want against this deck? I think I don't think I like Thoughtseize as much. And no Bojuka Bog. Collector Ouphe is also not good here. I think I just like all the removal. I think I want Abrupt Decay. Talon Gates. So Endurance is like an interesting one because it is a big creature that can block some of their creatures, but I don't think I want more, but maybe Eladamri is not. Yeah, Eladamri might be kind of slow. Or maybe not. Maybe I just got an Endurance. This is a mulligan. Cannot keep this one. Wow, this is a mulligan too. I think I have to keep this one. You can just put those two back. Feels bad to go to 5, but I think this is as far as 5 cards hand, this is not the worst. I don't think they saw Wasteland from me in game 1. I was about to say maybe they just don't play into Wasteland. Yeah, they might play into Wasteland, but oops, 1 turn behind. Alright, so we're gonna put on this thing. I think it's correct to just Wasteland them. Snuff Out would be amazing next turn. Or even Dismember. If they run out, or if they play like a basic, and I think it's Badgermole off of Wasteland and Bayou, then Once Upon a Time makes 2 mana. Okay, the Wasteland, my Wasteland. Rude. This one makes 2 mana, right? So let's do this. I'm gonna do this thing. So that makes 3 mana, right? We'll cast this thing first. I need to find something good here. I guess I'll take a forest and I'll play this out. And I'll play a forest and I'll swing for 2, I guess. All right. I mean, I do have tons of mana now, so whatever Green Sun Zenith or natural orders we draw off the top, like they'll be good. Don't know if I want to fetch here. And I'm gonna make a cat. Yeah, that's when things start going downhill for me. That's not the worst. Yes, I can attack on a mole. You could attack with both of them, actually. Probably block with a cat. No. I didn't want to fetch because the cards that I saw once upon a time, they weren't great, and now they're at the bottom of my deck. So I don't know how the Motor Shuffler takes that in consideration, but if I was in paper, I would not shuffle because I don't want to redraw those cards. So this is really good, I think, in this scenario, right? Because they can have a flyer. Yeah, I maybe I should be attacking with both of them. Am I missing on damage here? You let me know. I think I still kind of want to use the endurance as a gotcha card. I was swinging with both of those guys. So I go to 10. And now a single Birds of Paradise can make 3 mana. So whenever a creature enters, okay. I could have just fetched, I guess. I think I still cast attack with those 2, right? Because it's more damage than attacking with just 1. This moment, I don't think I want to draw Wastelands. So, like, let's say in this scenario that I endurance myself and try to shuffle my deck or something. I think now I can try to do this. I'm not gonna put anybody's graveyard back. You can keep yours. I'll keep mine. I think I put them in a situation now that they have to block. Okay, so what I can do? Well, I'm not gonna attack with this guy. Yeah, I don't think I'm not trying to get any value out of my fetch here. I think. Okay, so if I attack with those two, these guys. It's got lifelink, so I guess, yeah, maybe. I think it's fine. Yeah, they don't have any lands, so it's all right. So there was a little bit of a non-game. I just want to keep that way still. Yeah, so just run it back like this. Maybe I'll draw a removal power too. Atraxa in my hands again. Yeah, I don't think I can keep that. Like I do have a line that Grist and Zenith and then Badgermole Cradle, but then I can't do anything after that. So I was like, oh man, this one's bad too. I have not seen bad hands like this with this deck. Alright, this one is okay. What I'm gonna put back here? Gotta keep. I think I'm gonna keep this 3. Maybe this. Just put Grist and Rinses in it back. Let's try to weather the storm and then. I don't want to put lands back. Tamio. Alright, Tamio's mostly fine, I think. If they daze this one, I still have this member for Tamio. Tamio doesn't flip next turn. Okay. I would like to draw a land next turn. A fetch land would be fine. Okay. Now it becomes like a sort of like a game of chicken here. I think the extra 2 clues are fine. I'm gonna try to kill like this. If they have the thing, then they have the thing. The brainstorm. That doesn't save Tamio, right? Okay. I think I'm okay trying to draw more lands, so I'm not gonna fetch. I'm just gonna run them out. All right, it's gonna decay this. Kind of just hope that they go for more creatures instead of wastelands here. And they have a wasteland. If they destroy Bayou, I'm in trouble. If they destroy Cradle, it's okay, I guess. Oh. Okay. Another Cradle? Alright, so I'm gonna play this thing. I'll pick this up. Play this. I'm gonna make a forest into a creature. Basically, Quirion Ranger can protect either one of them, so. Alright, so they have 4 cards in hand. I do need to draw some gas though. Fetch land would be, I think, be alright, because then I can natural order away at like a Dryad Arbor. Alright, since I drew this, I think I'm just gonna take it easy and try to attack with Badgermole. Or can you just attack with this thing? I'll attack with Badgermole. Whatever. I don't think I need to untap this. I'm assuming their hand is like all counter magic, so I'm gonna hopefully try to bait out some other spells. Like, well, they actually did use a Force of Will already. I'm not sure what's in their hands. I don't think it's lands, right? Guide of Souls. Maybe they're just holding like creatures to trigger Guide of Souls. Maybe not. That's pretty good. So let's attack with this thing. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield, so I can Talon Gates in response. My creatures right now are kind of like anemic, right? Like now I'm just trying to attack for a 3 every turn. Maybe they just have lands in hand. That's a good natural order target. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with this thing again. I feel like they're representing like Force of Will, hard cast Force of Will here. Okay, so I think if I draw a removal spell or like a Wight of the Reliquary, they are kind of forced to counter. And or even a Sylvan Safekeeper might be good enough here. Wasteland can also not allow them to You're gonna Wasteland me. So let's do this. Any creature on the battlefield, mana value. So just one. So Guide of Souls is not going to be in play. So they're going to have to copy one of my creatures, right? We have a Dryad Arbor, Quirion Ranger, an Ignoble Hierarch, or a Forest. Can you copy Forest with this? I'm not sure. I think you can because it's a creature, right? They have a Dryad Arbor. And they still have 5 mana, so I can't just cast my thing. Actually, I'm just gonna do like this. I don't think they're gonna force this. Well, I guess I was wrong. Looks like they are gonna try to force this. Is it even a good card to force? Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna make green mana here. Untap this one. Pick this up. Play this again. Make green here. And I'm gonna sack this guy. Cool. All right, that was yeah, game 2 and 3 were kind of not very exciting, but this is a matchup that I've been having a hard time actually winning. So opponent played really well game 1 and I mean game 2 too, but we just didn't have a lot of action going on there in game 2. Sorry, game 3. They played really well game 1 and game 3. Yeah, so that was round 1. We'll see how the next round goes. All right, so we're back here for round 2, and I will be on the play this time against Yoshiwara. I believe they usually play Death and Taxes, but they haven't. They haven't revealed the Orient. Okay, so most like it is Death and Taxes. I don't think I've played this matchup yet, so definitely expect to be a grindy one. So this hand is not good. This hand seems a lot better. Question mark. Bojuka Bog is like kind of a mulligan, but what am I gonna do, right? So I think the play here is to just get Bayou and I'm gonna green sensing it up. And I'm gonna pass. If I draw a land that it's not a Bojuka Bog, I'll be very, very happy. Again, I don't think it's gonna be relevant, but if there's one land that makes sense to turn into a creature is Bog. Okay, they responded. I really like Thoughtseize against Death and Taxes because of what's the name of the card? Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, I'm gonna get a forest here. We have plenty of basics. Cool. So I think I'm gonna Thoughtseize them first. There's a... Doesn't want his black mana. I'm gonna take Skyclave, I guess. And maybe we're gonna Bayou. I'll get this. And can kill this with this guy. Target you. Okay. Wasteland. Okay, they put Yori in their hand. I'm gonna discard everything. So hold on a second. Alright, first let's do this. Sylvan Safekeeper, not what I wanted to see. Alright, so let's Thoughtseize first. I think I'm gonna take those two and just leave them with Yorion. Because Yorion by itself, not great. And I can always just kill it with Grist, I guess. I might get double Wastelanded here. But then they never cast in that Yorion, so... Okay. That is annoying. So Sylvan Safekeeper's in the graveyard, so I can't sack this instant speed. So that's gonna kill my Grist, right? This flies, right? Yeah. Kinda just need to hope to draw. I don't think I can draw anything here that's gonna save me. Oh, actually, no. I think if I draw exactly natural order. Well, that's not a natural order. It's just when he enters, right? So, okay. Yeah, I'm not dead yet. Oops. From those two things fly. They can pick this up. That's 8 points of damage. Iron Sash doesn't do a whole lot here. I don't think I have any fetchable lands. It's been... Oh, okay. I don't think this can save me. Let me see if I can... Again, I don't have any fetchable lands, but I do want to shuffle it. Oh my gosh. If it was... Well, they have Karakas, never mind. Okay. It was not as grindy as I thought it was going to be. We're done by turn 7. Let me see. What do I got for Death and Taxes? Again, that's a matchup. I think this is the first time I play against Death and Taxes with this list. Alright, so Yorion Texas. We do have a little sideboard guide here ready for this. So we're going to cut the endurances. Again, decks that don't really... I guess in a way they do care about the graveyard because of formal wear, but not to the point that we need to bring this endurances. Sorry, so we're gonna bring Abrupt Decay, Snuff Out, all the good removal that we have. Dismember, Talon Gates, and Sylvan Safekeeper. Is that the plan here? Let me see if there's anything I want to change. Yeah, Collector Ouphe is good. Okay, all right. Yeah, Thoughtseize is one that, like, in Force of Vigor, I wonder about them too, but I don't think that's how we're gonna win this game, by trying to stop them from, like, getting equipments. And obviously if they get a GT, I guess, then it can be terrible, but It's freaking Atraxa in my hand, but I think I'm gonna keep it. I think Snuff Out's really, really good. And they have Vile. Okay. So if I draw a land, I did not draw a land. This Badgermole is very good, but alright, I'm gonna do. It's kind of risky, but let's see. Another. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work out. I thought it was gonna work out, but funny thing is, if I draw another Badgermole, I'm pretty close to just casting Atraxa. What did they do? They kept it on top? I think they kept it on top, right? Alright, so they have Wasteland and yeah. Literally comes back. Okay. So weird timing for the thing, but alright, so I'm just gonna put all this. But I don't know, Yoshiwada seems to know their way around death and tax, so I'm not gonna question too much my opponent's decisions. Also, it's not very productive to do that anyways. Put Yori in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're almost there. Alright, let me just do this first. The Grist's in the graveyard. Alright, I'll play this guy. I can swing for 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I don't have white or blue. Never mind. I need a Birds of Paradise. I think I'm just gonna fetch because I don't want to draw Arbor, but I do want to draw like a natural order. Next turn, they can do a bunch of stuff with that. I do have 2 quote-unquote removal spells, right? I have Wight and I have Snuff Out. But they can put Yori in play, which is scary in itself. So Skyclave is gonna target something, right? That I don't think I can save Grist. So Grist is just gone. I mean, they don't know about the second Talon gates, right? So so I can swing for 4. All right, so I have a lot of interactions next turn. I protect this guy. He's just not in play right now. They're indisposed. It definitely kind of looks like a dead Elspeth. So I guess this creature. All right, Stoneforge Mystic. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have enough mana to cast Atraxa next turn. Funny enough, I'm not really sure if it's going to be enough. Yeah, Lion Sash is not really a threat. All right, so hang on a second. I don't have enough, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I have to filter the mana of this thing. That's awkward. I thought I had enough. Okay. So I can't attack with this guy. I guess I can swing with this. I guess +3. Just trade. I'm just gonna try to kill that so they don't have infinite value here. Okay, so they blink both of those things. All right, I get it. So now they come back. All right, Stoneforge Mystic's gonna grab. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so this one's gonna sack this, and I can get a second gate, and I'll try to save this guy. This one that destroys target permanent. Okay. What is it? You gain life, right? If it was a permanent card, put a. Oh, no, it doesn't gain life. It just gets +1/+1 if it's a permanent. All right, so a natural order for Ouphe, I think, wins here. I think I just take the damage. So I go to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I actually have enough to. Okay, let's play this thing. Okay. All right, I think it makes sense to do this and. I mean, I guess I got Cradle. That dies. All right. So this is gonna make white mana. And tap. Pick this up. Like this. Makes blue. All right. So I need green. Sorry. Green. I'm saying sorry to myself here. black. And this. All right, so they only have one card in hand that I don't know about. All right, so I can get, oh, get Cradle plus Hoof. Or is Natural Order better? Natural Order is better, right? Because costs less mana. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can put another creature in play. Well, I guess the line with Hoof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just straight up, just casting it. Yeah. Hold on, did I play a land this turn? Oh, that's right, because I replayed the land. Oh, okay. All right, so let's just I have a plan. It's all good. I didn't want to lose to a Containment Priest. All right, that was my mistake. I guess I'll swing with this guy. Because I thought if I cast for, I mean, sorry, not cast. If I use Natural Order, they can contain Priest, and then I'm just dead. If I cast from my hand, then I'm not dead. So Solitude, it's pretty. Oh, hold on. I can still just blink this thing. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, because I can only blink one thing. Okay. All right. That was. Sorry if I kind of repeated myself or sound kind of like a crazy person there for a second. Just that that was an interesting game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this one. Wasteland, probably the weakest card in my hand. Maybe not. They did mulligan. No, I'm just gonna Wasteland them. YOLO. I'm just gonna get a forest, I think. I think since I have so many greens and zeniths, I think I'm gonna greens and zenith for this thing. All right. That's the one that makes. Oh, it's the same one, just a different art. Okay. Some reason I thought that was the red white one, which they could have. All right, so they're gonna kill my creature, but then I'm gonna get another one. All right. Jesus Christ, Atraxa again. I guess it's birds and Sylvan Safekeeper. This is so annoying. All right. At least I have Eladamri, Korvecdal. Oh, they have Caracas. Damn it. Recruit of the Guard. All right, what are they gonna get? Orcish Bowmasters. And can block. Cradle. Not quite like Cradle. So I'm just gonna get Badgermole. That way it gives me a land that I can sack to protect the Bowmasters. Also makes my birds produce more mana, which looks like that's what I need right now. Okay, they don't have anything that can Any targets for Wasteland? Yep, yep. What are you going to target? I will sack this. I will sack this. You can attack for 2. All right. So if I draw a Wasteland, that's not a Wasteland. What do I want to do here? All right, so I'm just gonna grab Bayou because that's gonna get blown up by Wasteland. No, that's not good. Okay. What are you gonna do? Yeah, protect that guy too. I do really need to find a Wasteland though. I'm gonna put Atraxa in play. And hopefully find a Wasteland. Alright, so green. Tap this too, I guess. I guess I get Cradle, Grist. Noble. I gotta get a sorcery too, so natural order. Instant. Did I just draw 5 cards? Wow. Okay. So that was round 2 versus Death and Taxes. That was an interesting game. Interesting game and match. All right. So that was round 2. So let's see how we go to round 3. That was, yeah, definitely enjoy this type of games with this deck. Lots of back and forth, lots of things to consider when you're making your plays. All right, so we're back for round 3, and I'll be on the draw again. This hand is, well, if I knew I was playing against Reanimator, I probably would keep this. No, probably not, because then just no. Should I keep it? No, I wouldn't keep this. Either way, I'm not keeping his hand. Definitely a mulligan. No idea what my opponent's playing. Unlike last round that I had a strong feeling that Yoshiwara was on Death and Taxes. This is a much better hand, and I think Quirion Ranger might be the weakest card here. Yeah. And if I see Cameo, okay. Everyone's favorite 1-mana Planeswalker. Wow. We drew the Craterhoof anyways. Let me guess I'm just gonna play Ignoble Hierarch first and save the Greenstons in for something more meaningful later. And what I can do here, if the Ignoble Hierarch is in play after this turn, I can tap those 2. Well, I can fetch first, get a Bayou, and then turn Bayou into a creature and then cast Wight the Reliquary. Or if I'm trying to be cautious, I could just green Sun Zenith for Sylvan Safekeeper and then play Wight the turn after. Since they're playing Wight, oh, it's beans. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make that play instead then. Alright, so I'm gonna fetch and I'm gonna get a Bayou, and we can play Cub. Cub gets countered. I think I'm just gonna play Birds and pass. I'm gonna play Sylvan Safekeeper, and oh, I was about to attack. I just realized that Badgermole had just came into play. So this is one of those matchups that the main deck Thoughtseize really shines. If I draw one, I'm really close to just casting Craterhoof from my hand. But it's always nice to make sure to clear the way before I try to, cast a spell that's going to end the game. All right, so Tamia is going to flip. Can't do anything about that. We do have like an extra Sylvan Safekeeper activation. All right, so they have 5 cards in hand. I'm assuming at least one of them is a Force of Will. Like I said, so a Thoughtseize would be very good. Green Sun Zenith probably be alright. Any spell that forces them to force. They might try to Swords to Plowshares on my upkeep, so that way I don't have the extra mana from the Bayou. No, guess not. Alright, I can try to play Wight. And I guess Badgermole is gonna try to hit Tamio. He gets -1, but +1 after Exalted. I think it doesn't matter to play Birds here. It's only bad if they have a card like Terminus, but I don't think they'll have Terminus if they have Philia. Again, I really would like to find Thoughtseize here. Usually just a matter of like punching through their hand with one card and then Natural Order, Green Sun Zenith, Thoughtseize. I think all of them would be great here. Volcanic Island, I assume it's more for sideboard cards. Oh, they're gonna draw a lot of cards here. They draw from this, and then so they drew 2 cards, and then they can blink this. I don't know if I can keep up the card advantage if I don't draw anything that forces them to counter my stuff. I guess Eladamri is a good card too. They're gonna attack with a dog. Well, in this case, I'm gonna block in white then. Yeah, Sec Arbor. And if they try to respond, I can sack the Bayou. They're not. Okay. I mean, they are going to have a, is that a 5/6? 4/6 monster? 4/6. I don't think I could let Philia stay in play. And draw another card. Yeah, just drew too many cards. That's a Grist. So that's a card that they might be tempted to counter. But hold on a second. 2, 4, 6. So do I just have to let it just pass? Get Cradle next turn? Yeah, because Kess and Grist, I don't want to feed them one card at a time. I think I need to double spell. And I think the only way I can do that is by another Philia. Okay. So if they attack, I'm just gonna block again. Cradle would make, well, if Bayou is gone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it makes 5 mana, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is 8. It is 11 mana. So I could play both. But they're 20 life. If I have to tap 2 creatures that produce mana, so I'm attacking only with 4 creatures, which should be enough, right? Because I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures in play. Yeah. All right. So I think the plan is still that. Just sack Bayou to grab Cradle. Yeah, they have 5 cards in hand for sure. At least one of them is a Force of Will. I can probably guess that they have 2. They don't attack with a Quantum Riddler. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna sack Bayou. I'm gonna get 8 Gaia's Cradle. Again, Thoughtseize would be fantastic here. So why did the Reliquary? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. I think I have to do just like this. Okay. Atraxa. Why? What is happening to me? Because now I don't have enough mana to do both the same turn. I don't think so. I mean, if this resolves, then I can, but it's not going to resolve. And I don't think I can just pass a turn without doing anything. Yeah. Murktide goes to the... gets exiled. This makes 5. Okay, so I need to attack Tamio. And if they try to sword Wight, I have to sack again another land for... Just gonna put the dog in front. Okay. Alright. Does that change anything? Probably just draw some cards with the clues, right? Yeah. I wonder if they have Uro. Kind of want to know if they have Uro in their hand, in their deck. 5. All right. If they try to rebuy something with Tammy, I think I'm just gonna bog them. I don't think they're gonna do it though. They're in a pretty good spot. The other thing I can do here is grab Talon Gates to blink this, which would allow me to attack Tamio. And also, I think I have enough mana to cast Atraxa if that's the case. No, I can't let that happen. Leyline Binding. Okay. That has to enter the battlefield first, right? So how I want to do this? I could sack this to grab Talon Gates. Or I can second land. No, I think I'm going to sack this and grab Talon Gates. Okay. So none of the removal worked. That's what I was hoping to accomplish here, I think. All right, so Tammy's going to go to 8. Another Quantum Riddler. Okay. I think I can just have 6 here. I'm not doing anything in this turn anymore. All right. That goes away. So Badgermole would be good. How much mana do I have? 4, 5, 7, 8. I think I have to try to do this. Is enough to win? Let's see. So everything's gonna get -1, right? So 6, 5, 9, 9. So they let's say if they block here, they take 5, 14. Yeah, it's more than enough. And if they, I can also just stack the birds to make the white bigger. Okay. Wow. So I didn't see Uro, so I'm not really sure. What we got here? So against beings, Collector Ouphe is garbage. Yes. Okay, what else we need to cut? Endurances can go away too. What do we want? Want Snuff Outs. I think I want Talon Gates. Teeg is interesting, but I don't think it's that great. Definitely want another Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm kind of tempted to just get rid of the Bog and bring another Thoughtseize. I wonder if Force of Vigor or Abrupt Decay. No, I'm gonna ship it like this. I think people forgot about Craterhoof, like including myself. Like I've been playing Cradle Control without Craterhoof for so long now that even doing the math for how much damage you can do is like a little complicated for me now. It used to be that you had so many creatures that, especially on Magic Online, you didn't have to do the math. It was just like you cast it and then turn the creature sideways, and you kind of just knew there was gonna be enough, regardless of what's going on the other side of the board. But this version definitely play less creatures, and no, when we used to have a bunch of elves and stuff. But so there's an Atraxa in my hand, but I think I want to keep it. I don't believe they run Wastelands, right? Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is really good. You know what? I am going to grab more Bayous then. I think I should. So it's gonna flip Tamio like, all right, brainstorm, flip it. This could just be like a source of plowshares on my birds. No, just a ponder. But they're not gonna get the clue though. Maybe they don't care about that. But it does put a little pressure on. Do I have time to Thoughtseize is the question. I think I still do. That's Unfortunate. um. This makes things so much more. What? Did I just lose the mana that I was gonna cast? Oh. Alright, Magical Line, you're drunk. Go home. Feels like I'm gonna get hit with a Terminus here and I'm gonna be pretty sad. Oh, no Terminus. Okay. So Crater is making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I do have enough mana to Thoughtseize and cast Craterhoof this turn. If I draw a creature, a 1-mana creature, I guess Quirion Ranger is probably the best draw here because then Cradle just casts Craterhoof by itself. What is deep in the tank? And it looked like they just have 6. That's why I was afraid that they had Terminus because kind of like, no, if you have Terminus on top, you're like, yeah, play all your creatures. I don't care. Go ahead. But I guess I was wrong. I mean, they can always like brainstorm on my turn and then Terminus and Graph Digger's Cage. Aha! I guess drawing my natural order targets finally came handy. It's an excellent choice of basic lands for their deck. Another Badgermole, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's Thoughtseize them first. They don't have anything. I guess I can just take swords. All right, let me think. So if I cast Badgermole on this thing here, on this, another creature. This taps for 8. That's crazy. That should be enough to win. Wow, that was a turn 3. That's a lot of creatures. Okay, that was pretty happy with this one. All right, so currently 3-0. Let's see if we can get another W. All right, so we're back here for round 4. I'll be on the play this time. Yeah, I think I like this one. I haven't really got to play this guy, right? So let's see if it does something. I'm just gonna get a basic forest and play this. Play the birds. I'm not gonna make the joke about what's the word. I guess I just did it. So what are the options I have here? I could play Verdant Catacomb. Cast this guy. Or I can fetch Arbor, which I think I'm gonna do. I'm not really sure what they're doing, so it could be like combo, and I want to endurance. I mean, I guess I can always pitch endurance, but oh, it is it is combo. All right, maybe they fall for an endurance. I guess I'm not sure. With the Chromox. All right, might just be that in here. So not a good game for Eladamri. I think the only way I win here is if they somehow try to go for a graveyard line and I stop them with endurance. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna gamble. Okay. Interesting. That's 6 mana. So they if they beseech 8, 9, so they're short 1 if they just want to naturally Stormy, right? So that's 7. Guess next one is 8. 9 is the Song of Creation. Okay. That's a good one for sure. I don't have a way to stop that. It's a lot of cradles. So if I pitch endurance to Eladamri, that's not enough, right? Because right now, Cradle only makes 2 mana. We'll make 3 with this, 4. But then I have to pitch a card. Let me see. The natural order for Collector Ouphe. I think it might be my best shot. Just natural order for Collector Ouphe. If I play Eladamri 1, 2, 3. Guys, crit only makes 3 mana. I can't do both the same turn. Yeah, I think unfortunately I have to do this. I'm just gonna collect Roof and Prage. All right, I'm just gonna have 6 here because I can't really do anything. Yeah, I think they got it from now. All right, let's see what we got for TS before we start the next match. Burning Wish, yeah, they have the thing for the thing. Huh. I assume they already have some dark rituals in hand. Is it? I don't think they're gonna go for a graveyard line, right? We do need to find at least one more dark ritual, I guess. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess after you draw almost the entirety of your deck. Oh, they just have the tendrils. Okay, cool. So found our first combo opponent. All right, so we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're pretty close, I guess. If I had more creatures on turn 1, I guess. Or if I had a Grist and Zenith, maybe. So we're gonna cut basically the combo here and natural orders, and I guess I can cut the Bojuka Bog too. Maybe the Lair, the Hydra. I'm not sure. Maybe I just need green man on turn 1. Again, I do have like a little sideboard guide, but it's not anything set in stone. Unfortunately, Korvecdal Eldrami is not great here. All right, so we're gonna bring some more interaction like Thoughtseize, Duress, Force of Vigor, and one Endurance. Definitely one Teeg. Sylvan Safekeeper, I guess. Oh, Grist doesn't do anything either. Yeah, I was wondering if I should keep one of the ways to protect my Teeg or Collector Ouphe. Like instead of Talon, bring Talon Gates instead of Lair the Hydra. But then the only problem is that like I run in the risk of like not having green mana on turn 1. So Bog seems no, I already had a 4 endurances. I think that's fine. I think I'm just gonna roll with this, but there's a possibility that maybe like the second Talon Gates is better than having Lair the Hydra. All right, I'm gonna keep this one, and what I want to do. If they mulligan, I think I'm just gonna. Oh, they're mulligan to 6, so I'm gonna send these Thoughtseize then. And I think I'm okay if I have. Well, I'm probably gonna fetch next turn anyways. All right, so I think Light Diamond is the pick here because they have Echo Vaons. Bloodstained Mire. Alright. I mean, I could take Dark Ritual, but then I have to burn my endurance like really early in the game. I guess that's one reason not to to have this card in the main deck, like in multiple copies. It's like protecting one of my creatures is also with Talon Gates. It's okay, but it's also not okay, right? Because if they try to kill it and you blink it and then they untap, it's not in play, right? So they can always just go off after that. So yeah, maybe it's not that great. And to be fair, I think this is not a great matchup anyways. So Taiga. Burning Wish for something. What are they gonna grab? A Burning Wish. Show me opponent. Empty the Warrens. Okay. Dark Ritual. Okay. Alright, alright. So that's a healthy number of goblins. 10 of them to be exact. I don't have Atraxa, so that could be a problem. Okay, so let's see. Put a birds in play with this guy. If I put a Badgermole, I create another creature that can block. It's 2 creatures, right? All right. I guess that's the downside of not having like an Atraxa in the deck. And block and block. Yeah, because the land comes to play tap, so I can't even grab Arbor. Alright, so attack with this guy. It still just died to like a Tenders of Agony here, though. That's the only problem. I guess I can block with birds and then Wasteland them. I'm not gonna. I guess I'll do this. Yeah. No, that doesn't make sense to do this. I go to blocks. All right, block here, block here, block here, block here, and block here. All right, then we'll sack the birds. And I get a Wasteland, I guess. I get my land back. Still not in good shape because they can LED. Oh, they found an LED. Okay, all right. Okay, so currently they don't have I'm just gonna pitch the birds. think that's the best I can do here. Probably Storm is already 9 and I can just, well, I guess Beseech can just grab the Tendrils and I'm dead. So I wonder if I should have grabbed Teeg with Grist and Zenith, but yeah, it's a pretty tough matchup. So well played, opponents. Yeah, because if I get Teeg, then I wonder if I just die to the tokens, right? But then also like any Grist and Zenith I draw after that, I can't cast them. So, but it was a risk having the Echo in their hand. And I thought like, no, if I get the Wasteland, then that's when I can turn the corner and prevent them from doing things. All right, so that was round 4, and let's see if we can get a 4-1. I mean, pretty consistent getting 4-1s with this deck, so hopefully we can keep the streak. All right, so we're back here for the 5th and final round of the league. Yeah, I think this hand is reasonable. I think. Against this deck again. Can I get lucky again? Alright, I believe I'm kind of priced into grabbing a non-basic. This Bojuka Bog, not amazing, but deck is pretty good at punishing opponents if you kind of like miss the first few things. So I don't have a way to stop that. So is this correct to just lose 2 cards to? I think I'm just gonna play this. Bojuka Bog's so terrible. Alright. Might lose this game because of my land configuration. I think if I get to untap this board state, maybe. I don't know, Gaia Soul is gonna probably kick my butt here. Red mana. They're playing Bolt? Oh, they are. Huh. Did not know the deck is playing Lightning Bolt. Goblin Bombardment. Okay, so now I don't even have a way to kill Gaia Souls, right? Because he's just gonna ping my Dryad Arbor. Wow, this is gonna be a very quick game 1. Yeah, because even if I draw, well, it's gonna shoot me. Okay, that makes more sense. Do I have anything that can stop that from just killing me? I get Badgermole. Does it even matter? I'm wondering if like I don't think Atraxa is gonna be enough because they're gonna swing for. Yeah, you know what? I don't. I mean, let's see what they do. Maybe I get some extra information too. Like I didn't know they're playing Lightning Bolt in their deck. Maybe they'll show me another card I didn't know it was in their deck. All right, Raptor. Obviously, I knew about it. I'm gonna review Oslo Pride. Yeah, so it's just game, right? Because they can probably make enough tokens to just ping me. Wow. All right, that was a pretty quick. So I forgot what I did last game. So I think I'm just gonna cut the Thoughtseize, Collector Ouphe, Bojuka Bog. What do I want? I want this, 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 this. What else did I cut last game? Maybe I'll draw me. I don't really have like a sideboard guide for red and white. Decay, Snuff Outs, Dismember, Gates, and Safekeeper. Hold on, Decay. Now, what are we cutting here? That I have written down. So it's 7 cards and is a cut in endurances. That's what it is. Okay, so I do have enough room for this, this, and okay, Decay, Dismember, Talon, Gates. I guess I can bring a card back if I want. There's Decay, Snuff Outs, Dismember, Gates, and Sylvan Safekeeper. This guy seems alright. I should maybe I would just I'll keep two endurances. I think endurance being a card that flies. Yeah, just gonna keep it like this. Force of Vigor doesn't seem very good. It's just the Goblin Bombardment, I think, is the only enchantment that they play. Alright, this hand is... I like this hand. I think I'm gonna look for another land with a Once Upon a Time. I think I have enough 1-drops. Like another fetch will be good, or just like a Bayou. Probably can just fetch basics here too, because the 2 birds. Oh no, I need to have a Bayou for Snuff Out. Never mind. So they decided if they want a mulligan. Right, they kept their 7. And I'm just gonna do this. Found a forest. Or a Misty. I'm just gonna take the Misty. It's the little bit of a thinning that we get to do. I shouldn't have 6. I might wanna snuff out something. Yep, that sounds okay. Lightning bolt. Oh, okay. Near explosives. Not sure if that's... I guess I should cast off of this, right? Because... I can swing those two. Yeah, Gene Explodes for 1 did not. Surprising, but good to know because for game 2, maybe I need to watch out for any Gene Explodes for 2. Amped Raptor. Alright. Is that gonna reveal? Swords to Plowshares. That's a bummer. Okay. I guess I just do like this. Push some damage through. I don't want to lose my creatures, so I'm just gonna swing for. I guess I could have played 1 to force them to pop this thing, I guess. Not an Interrupter? Okay, what am I gonna kill you? Alright. Yeah, I need something big like a Green Sun Zenith or Natural Order. Alright, I'm gonna do this because I want to get more damage in. Because next turn, if their whole turn is just to pop Engineer Explosives, I think I'm okay with that. And Swords to Plowshares was very well timed. Yeah, that doesn't destroy anything. Okay. I will block Filio. No, I don't think I do block Filio. Where do I? I think I have to block it. Okay, that's basically the same thing, I guess. Did they review anything? I wonder if like this. No, that's not fault. I think it made sense because they were kind of low in life. And losing the Ignoble Hierarchs. Did I overextend? Maybe I should have just played 1. I'm not sure. It made sense because like if I drew anything after that, there was like a Haymaker. I think I would have been able to cross the finish line. But as I'm talking like no, the game's over, and it's definitely not over, but. So what do I need to draw here? What do I need to wish to happen? What does that even do? Oh, okay. It is 3 damage to creature. Oh, any target. Okay. Well, I don't think I can block. All right, what can I do here? Like still like natural order, or I mean natural order I have to have enough to. I don't know if natural order actually even gets me out of this one. If they wasteland this, that means I have to sack Badgermole Cub. And there's only 2 creatures. And if they have a Source of Plowshares, then I guess a good thing is that right now they have 0 energy. Okay. You have to pay energy for this, right? Okay. So I can't block. I just have to kind of hope everything works out, I guess. Oh, hold on. Johnny can hold on. Does this happen at the end of the turn? Oh, the beginning of the next step. Okay, so I guess I have that going on for me. So yeah, I believe it has to be exactly natural order. That's what, 6, 9. Yeah, I lose to a bolt, I guess, but I can't afford to block. Okay, I believe. Is Craterhoof even enough? No. I don't know. I don't think I have enough to win now. Is there 5 life? Doing some quick math. If I had kept, let's say, 1 ignoble, right? Because I had a birds in play. So if I had kept 1 ignoble, that would have been 2, 3, no, 2, 4, 6, 7. It probably wouldn't be enough anyways. Did I put this, the other guy, no, I don't think it's even enough. So let's say if I grab Grist, sack this, kill this. I have 2 creatures. No, 1 creature can block 1. I'm dead. Okay, that was not enough. All right. So league started really well. Opponents played really well at the end there. Like I think the energy matchup, like I was, round 1 I think was against blue white. Yeah, close this window first. It was against blue white, and then the second time was against red white. And I think the red white one it's either not favorable or like 50-50. I don't think it's favorable for this deck. I think it's kind of a tough matchup, but it's definitely winnable. The TS matchup, I think any fast combo decks, of course, we're playing a green black deck that has no Mighty Break traps in the sideboard. So those are kind of complicated anyways. But I also think that maybe in game 2, instead of Green Sun Zenith for Badgermole, maybe I should have just got Gaddock Teeg, because I knew they had the Echoing Hand. But I think I was worried about the tokens just killing me, and I wouldn't have enough to win. But I don't remember if I had Wight the Reliquary. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But it's possible that I just made a mistake there, like played too fair when I was playing against an unfair deck. But there was also like game 2 and also. All right, so yeah, so final thoughts on this deck. I don't think the change for birds or no Ignoble Hierarch would have made that much of a difference. Eladamri would have been good against the Beans deck. But some of the other matchups that I saw today, I don't think this card would have done much. But I also don't know if I want to cut for something else. It's maybe I should just swap for the 4th Thoughtseize and put a 4th Thoughtseize in the main deck. I'm not really sure. Because I mean the meta is still kind of we don't have like I don't think there's a meta that like oh I really don't like this card in the main deck, or I really like in the main deck. It's a cool card. Like I said, there's a few games that I play against like slower blue decks that it'll draw me. I've got some like really cool screenshots that I just saved for myself. That this card basically acted as like a glimpse of nature. I was just able to like go through the top of my deck, and especially if you have a fetch land or if you have a Wight the Reliquary that you don't mind tapping, you get to like reshuffle, and if you find more creatures, and if you have a creator in play, then it's just really fun. And then of course, having the ability to just put one of those bigger creatures in play with 1 green mana and tapping 2, basically like a sneak attack type of effect, right? Well, I guess more like a show and tell or a sneak attack. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Eureka, there you go. It's in green. So that's probably the only one that I was like maybe a little iffy. And Grist, I believe some of the people that play this deck, they have move Grist to the sideboard instead of having the main deck. I really like Grist. It is one of the better removals that you can have, I think, in this deck in the main deck, because you can, for instance, Zenith for it. There were some awkward spots there. They're like, no, Grist wouldn't have a card to sacrifice, a creature to sacrifice. But I think beyond the play, if you get a Badgermole making a creature that you can just easily sacrifice to Grist to kill a creature, or a Planeswalker like a Tameo, I think it's still very good in the main deck. If anything, I think I probably add a second one to the sideboard. I really like Grist. And then the sideboard, Tivar, we didn't really get to see it. I really like this card against the blue-black tempo or red-blue tempo decks like Core Steel Cutter. Tivar, or also like, it's not very common, but like, anything that's any deck that's not playing white, because then you just don't get Swords of Plowshare. But the fact that you don't have to, you can just tap to another creature to make this indestructible, super relevant, right? So like, I've played a few matches against blue-red Core Steel Cutter that they can't really remove this card from the play because they could of course bounce with a petty theft, but like Unholy Heat or Lightning Bolt, chain lightning, those things, they don't kill it, or most of the times it doesn't, right? And blue black decks also, they're playing cards like Fatal Push or Abrupt Decay if you're playing Bug Collars, or I've seen some people playing the Delve card, the 1 black that you can remove cards to. Is it Fatal Cut? No. I'm blanking on the card. It's a 1 black Delve, kill a creature. Murderous Cut. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the name of the card. But again, we didn't get paired against any of those decks in this league. But usually I get paired into blue-red Core Steel Cutter or blue-black Temple at least once in leagues, and this card usually it's very good in those matchups, because usually we cut not usually, but the plan is to cut this part of the combo, because it's really hard for you to resolve any of these cards against the Daze Wasteland deck. So you kind of go smaller with Endurance and Tivar the Pummeler, and you of course you have the extra removal. So so couldn't really see this card being played in this league, but trust me, the card is pretty good. Just that we didn't get paired against those matchups. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, think if I was gonna maybe make some changes, Eladamri Korvecdal maybe is a card that's not very good right now. You can probably add another Thoughtseize, maybe move to the sideboard and put the Thoughtseize in the main deck, and then if you do get paired against a slower control deck, you can bring them in. But I think the way the list is pretty good. I've been having some pretty good results. I think mostly 4-1s to be honest, and a 3-2 here and there. And so if I was gonna play a big event tomorrow, I definitely would take this with me. And yeah, hopefully everyone enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.